Wednesday, aside from a couple of runoff elections, we now know who will be on the ballot in November. Thank you for joining us on this Wednesday afternoon. One thing is for certain. For the first time in our state's history, we will have a female governor.
Well, I am Mary Fallon, and I am your Republican nominee for governor.
Mary Fallon will face off against Democrat Jerry Askins on November 2nd.
My name is Jerry Askins, and I want to be governor of the state of Ohio.
Meantime, Attorney General Drew Edmondson conceded at about 11 o'clock last night to make Askins the Democratic gubernatorial candidate. Congresswoman Fallon made it back to Oklahoma and to her watch party just after 10 last night. She spent the day in Washington to vote on a war funding bill. Either way, a woman will lead our state. And our political analyst, Scott Mitchell, joins me with more. Thanks for being here.
Girl power.
I guess I should say thank you for not leaving. I saw you on the air here at 6:30 this morning, so I appreciate you coming back.
Somebody change the sheets of my cot over here.
Yes, we need to. Your hammock is what I call it. Let's start with the Edmondson-Askins race, if we can. Early in the evening, not so much, but toward the end, that was a tight one.
Yeah, it began to smell like Bush Gore 2000.
Sure did.
At the end, can you believe that? Basically, the last number I saw, about a half a vote per precinct changed that race.
Just tipped it.
Yeah, I mean, that's one vote per precinct, and Drew Edmondson will be the nominee.
Super tight. Were you surprised by that result? I get the impression you were.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You know, there are a lot of people, I think, 8 years ago said, I knew Brad had it all the way. No, they don't. That's revisionist. Most of the polls, most pollsters had her coming in second. And 10 days earlier, I mean, the lead was double-digit, according to most of the pollsters I was reading. So, yeah, it was a surprise. They just did a better job, had a better ground game, got their vote out. It doesn't matter what the pollsters say. They went ahead and had the election. So they went ahead and had the election. They got out there. She got her votes out. And it doesn't really matter how many for you. If you get your people to the polls and other folks don't, then guess what? You win.
That's what happens. It's my understanding, you know, when you wonder about Drew Edmondson, what's next for him, tea times are what's on his mind today. Is that
he hits the ball straight, so isn't he?
Okay, good. So he's done with politics. He said he's ready to take some time off, or not necessarily.
You never say never in politics. There's too long a history. But, you know, Drew's had a long, successful career by any stretch of the imagination, and maybe he is ready to do something else.
We'll see. Mary Fallon, she's ready to be governor, of course, as well as Jerry Askins. She didn't vote in the primary, of course, was in D.C., last-minute trip. Good or bad move on her part for that vote, the war funding vote?
Oh, she had to do it, and it's really a positive. I'd really like to be, you know, shaking more hands, stand out in this 115-degree heat, but I got to go serve the country. So, you know, you do what you have to do.
What can we expect from these ladies come November? Clean, contentious? What would you guess, the campaign?
Well, that's being decided right now. I mean, they're testing, seeing what sort of issues. Remember, Drew had Celinda Lake, Democrat pollster, as his pollster, Celinda, she. And so you can tell that kind of dominated and as the way they treated Jerry. So both camps will be, you know, you can still have a contentious fight, people going, oh, she's being mean, instead of he's being mean. So that's all being determined right now, because I don't think most of the people in both of those camps, maybe Jerry thought she'd be facing Mary, but I'm not sure Mary thought she'd be facing Jerry.
Right.
So that's what's going on right now. We'll check it out. They'll take a few days and test.